Hey folks, welcome back to the Feature Group. Today we are looking at the LLaMa 4 class of models, specifically Maverick. I think it's the middle model. We heard that it released on the weekend. We've heard some not so great initial feedback, so we thought we'd give it a test through our kind of usual suite. Not really expecting much, to be honest. Using OpenRouter just so we can make sure that we're using the right model. It's not entirely clear on meta.ai. I think it does say it's LLaMa 4, but just to be sure, we're trying to use this client that we haven't used before. So bear with us for this episode. Hopefully it's easy in the future. So we're getting started with the coding variant. We are just asking it to procedurally generate a planet. So let's go ahead. This is our standard prompt, and we'll be able to put that in the description. I'm going to go ahead and send that through, and let's see how it goes. So pretty fast to come through. So it did something.
Oh, it looks small.
It looks small as a first. Obviously, again, it doesn't look like it's not a reasoning model. So we're going to go ahead and render this. Give us a second.
Hey, we got a black screen. Got that going for us.
It's a black screen. I mean, I don't see it like doing anything. Let's see.
Can we give it another shot? Yeah, I mean, see if there's an error, but
Yeah, I don't.
I was expecting to get something like a ball or something.
Yeah, I mean, is it the scene in camera? Get color? Okay. Yeah, I don't. There's no console error. Render full screen. Oh, okay. So let's give it a follow up. Giving it a follow up that we're not seeing anything, no errors. So without, I'm not going to look too much into the code. Let's see if it has a chance to kind of correct itself, saying it's likely how we're handling the camera and object's position. Here's an updated version of the code that should work. Okay, allegedly.
Okay.
And that's a little bit longer. Seems reasonable, but let's have a look. Yeah, just nothing. I mean, doesn't look like there's any errors.
Nothing.
Elements.
Is the script and the script's there?
The script is here. Just not.
Is it the iframe thing?
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, I'm not sure what.
Maybe this was too ambitious to start with, but it is a latest state-of-the-art model. We would expect it to at least be able to do this.
Yeah. Can you just to see if it can do anything, just to get something up for people? Can we try to have it make a 2D planet?
Yeah, let's try that. We're gonna give it a new, just to make sure that it actually can generate code. We're saying make a 2D planet. And we want a single page HTML, should look like Earth and have configurable parameters. Just a very bare bones of what we previously had, just to see if it can make anything, but not a great first showing. Again, this is a state-of-the-art model, so we'd expect it to at least be parity with what was released in the last 3 to 4 months. As a reminder, giving this one shot to
It seems far worse than like a 4.0 class of model, which is
I was going to say, we might be beyond 3 months here. This might be
6
months. Did it regress?
Yeah, I mean,
also, what are we? I mean, is it Maverick?
Well, it's. I mean, what is?
Oh no!
This is just.
Oh my!
So
we're
it's
sub
obviously
DeepSeek. We're sub a lot. I mean, we haven't tested a model this bad in a long time, guys.
That was okay. So look, it did generate black text on a white background, so that's fine. But it just looks nothing at all like a planet, right? Whereas latest state of the art models, they know what a planet is, right? And they're getting so good. We're wow, are we generating Minecraft in one shot? Not what is this, right? If this was I don't know, if you remember an old video we did, an evolution simulator, it looks a lot more common. This just looks nothing like a planet. Let's give it one follow-up to say this looks.
Can we give tell it to use Berlin noise or something?
And Maverick, from what I understand, is the middle model. It's not the smallest model. That's Scout. I think Scout's the smallest model. And then there's Titan, which is huge, but
is not released yet.
I think it's in preview, so we might have to get it locally. Okay. So it's come back. Let's see. HTML render full screen. Ocean level.
Oh, wait.
Wait.
I see what it did.
Crazy. I mean, look, it's got a color picker.
You know what's funny though, with the way the ocean level worked, it's it kind of we can verify that it did just really poorly, right?
Like this.
Right. It knew the task.
That's terrible.
Oh.
I mean, it's clearly not a coding model. Maybe we can take a chance and see if it's better at some other domains. So let's take a look at business reasoning.
Yep.
A lot of people will be wondering, is there any place that I can integrate this in my business?
Yep.
So what we did to prep was we asked Deep Research to pull together a bunch of information on the state of agentic sort of products and models. And we're going to ask it to make a business recommendation. How should businesses integrate the reasoning models that power these things and the agent products themselves into their business? And we'll see how it does. We'll ask for some charts so there's something for y'all to see. we'll get that set up.
Awesome. We've set this all up. So we have attached a basically PDF variant of this. This is what we got from deep research. We've just copied it and made a PDF so it can just get an attachment. We're asking it to make predictions, to analyze the current state of AI models and agentic progress, and to make predictions as well. So we expect this to come in the form of charts, often like scatter plots. We're trying not to be too prescriptive and saying, make a scatter plot for this, because we're interested to see how these models take the information and then synthesize it. That's kind of what we're testing in these, business reasoning tests. So go ahead and send this off. It's taken out the several benchmarks that it's seen and just made charts of that. That's
Well,
it.
okay, but this
Did
is
they advertise this as a reasoning model? Like, was this presented as, hey,
I don't believe so. It did make the unified Python script, and we'll bring out the recommendations. We'll render everything, put it into Google Doc as we do. So give us a sec. All right. So we went ahead and visualized all the results. Let's walk through it. So the only charts it really did were taking the information that was, say, presented in the PDF and just made them bar charts.
It did that sort of reliably without hallucinating.
Yeah.
But it didn't do the extra analysis that we asked of it, and that we would expect a reasoner to be really good at. But because we asked for it, a normal instruction following model should be able to do a little bit of an analysis on top of the data. Yeah,
could at least project out a bit. It regurgitated, it didn't hallucinate, but there's no value add at all. Not even the prediction, but sometimes even the smarter models, like let's say like O3 Mini, might rearrange results or think of a way to not present the information.
Yeah.
Whereas this was really like, there was a table with these results and I put them exactly into a table. So at least it didn't hallucinate, didn't get mixed up. But zero value add. So it's kind of just neutral. And then in terms of the predictions and recommendations, again, kind of just regurgitating what was in the document. It didn't really make, it says, oh, we can make the following predictions, but it just kind of said what's in the document, right? If you compare this, to some of our other videos, we see models actually make a novel recommendation of well, maybe you consider OpenAI for a more expensive task and use DeepSeek for a low risk task, and actually try to make something that makes sense.
Yeah, and all these are maybe potentially valid, but they're not backed up, right?
Yeah.
They might be useful if they had a bunch of justifications that could then help a decision maker pick which one they wanted. But I'm not seeing that here. And then again, there are specific use cases, kind of overly specific and not. She doesn't seem contextually relevant to a real business.
Yeah.
No, it kind of feels like you're scraping the social media handle of the model or something, right? Grok 3, great for coding and complex problem solving tasks, right? There's no thought on top of it. Sub-intern performance, I guess we could say.
Yeah. Which again, not a great showing. I don't think I'd be jumping to use this model for anything business reasoning related. So hey,
Would you use it for anything? I don't think I'd use it for anything, given the model.
So far, no.
No, I mean, it's certainly going to... we usually do the maze next. Maybe we'll do it anyway. I think it's certainly going to fail at that. Should we run that real quick?
Let's do it. Let's watch it burn. Should we do 3x3? Just the
hard
tiniest.
problems.
3x3.
Let's see if it can even do 3x3, right?
We're kind of joking around, but honestly, we're a little bit worried it might not even do 3x3 at all. So we're going to go ahead and, copy prompt, and give it a go. So here we go. Wow. It's actually making steps through this. That's kind of interesting. Understanding maze structure. It almost looks a little bit like a reasoner. Validate the moves. The final answer is this. So, hey, maybe it does get it. Let's see. Yeah.
Hey, 3x3.
Hey. Okay, well then let's give it a harder one.
We'll give it a harder one. So this is the only one. I mean, honestly, this is 3x3. It's very small.
Very simple. But it did chain of thought.
It did kind of chain of thought, which is kind of interesting for a non-reasoning model.
Maybe we should have been telling it to think step by step through stuff.
Yeah, maybe we should have been doing the 6-month-old
chain of thought.
All right, well, let's do a 5x5 maze. Copy prompt. Now, this is what we expect as a baseline for actual state-of-the-art models. So 3x3, it's kind of trivially easy because you can see the whole board state. Hey, it's doing the same step-by-step thing, turning the analysis, execute. Okay, let's have a look. And as expected,
it starts to break down.
It starts to break down. So, hey, congrats that it can actually kind of do the old reasoning methodology to actually, get through. But
in practice, it is behind. It is far behind. It can't code.
Barely adds value business reasoning. I don't know what I'd use this model for. All the other state-of-the-art models that we use, there's cool specialties. It's wow, Claude might be better for actually doing super specific coding tasks and OpenAI might like think more. But this just sits in. It feels 6 months out of date.
Who is its competitor, right, in the open source space, right? We have DeepSeek. It fails compared to DeepSeek even. So you're really talking about just falling down even in the space where it's supposed to be competitive. We don't expect them to beat OpenAI or Claude, but they don't beat models, what, 2 or 3 iterations ago from those folks? Like, I mean, this
Yeah.
is.
And that's
I
such a
don't know
great
what
point.
happened. I don't know what internal testing occurred because you would expect stuff like this. If we can catch it, they should have been catching it internally. So I'm fascinated what the articles will be coming out of this on what happened.
Yeah, yeah. So unfortunate showing, and not much to say other than not. They might be releasing some new models later on, and they're just like, oh, let's get out Llama 4. So, yeah, well, let us know in the comments if you've been able to use it or find a use case. Maybe a standard set of tests are more now for reasoners, and maybe there's a set of problems that are great in Llama 4. So let us know. Anything else to add, boys?
No,
No.
not much else. Just a disaster.
Just a disaster.
Hopefully the word on the street is that the only reason that Meta released this over the weekend is because there was something big coming this week, and we
Yeah.
hope that's true. We hope
Yeah.
that the community gets it. It feels like it's been a while since we've gotten a real big release, something
Yeah.
exciting, which is crazy because it hasn't been that long. It's only in these days that it feels like a long time. So we're excited. We hope we have something really cool and new for you on the channel. If not, we've got a bunch of fun stuff lined up, including doing some vibe coding and maybe
Definitely.
some live streams. So as always, let us know what you want to see in the comments. And let us know what you think of this new round of models, the Google model that we reviewed last week, and this new interesting attempt from Meta.
Mm.
As always, thanks for watching, and see you next time.
Thanks, everybody.